This video is powered by Dr. Cinik, one of the world's leading hair transplant centres and a top choice among football superstars. Scan the QR code on the screen or click the link below for your free consultation. I'm even thinking about getting it done myself.
North London derby people, we've
doing, bro?
quickly moved to do the player ratings. We've got Robbie and Lee. We're going to start with the goalkeeper, David Raya.
First of all, you're trouble with like, you know.
Yeah, you are.
So, right, we've had to move location because, you know what I mean, somebody like, you know, ignited the whole of the Tottenham fan base.
Yeah, you want to fight everyone.
They did not complete my interview. My man went to Greece, and wore something, I don't know what he was wearing.
I was
dancing. When they put up on man froze.
I didn't freak. I said they were coming over.
Man froze. I said, yo,
let's just wait.
What's going on, bro? What? He said, let's just wait. What are you waiting for? Backup?
Well, where were you? When everyone was all kicking off, where were you?
No.
Where were you?
We are peacemakers.
I was at the front. Where were you? Yeah, all right. Fool.
He was dusting his feather.
He was dancing at the back. When it was all kicking off, where was he? Nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be
This
seen.
guy Lee judges are trouble.
But
Lee,
Lee-
I was minding my own
All
business.
I said was, get back in your box and see you in January. That's all I said.
You know,
And now look.
and it went down very well, didn't it? You know what I mean? But anyway,
David Raya.
David Raya, I thought was brilliant today. Absolutely brilliant. Caught everything brilliantly. Distribution was good. Made a couple of good saves in the first
key
half as
saves,
well. And all round, very, very good. 8 out of 10.
Fair?
Yes, very good. I think he's got better and better. I think this season he's been fantastic. And today, assured, every time the ball goes in our box, he claimed everything, and I was comfortable with him back there. And he made a couple of really, really good, important saves in the first half. He's like a fine wine, isn't he? Get fine Spanish wine, getting better and better.
Starting to enjoy that wine. Let's go to our right back. I know Julian said off camera when before we started filming. What are you going to give Ben Whiteley?
7 out of 10. I didn't think it was his best performance today. And by Ben White's standards, I felt that we've all bigged him up as the best right back in North London. Well, he still is. But I didn't think he was as great today. But in that last 20 minutes, when we had to defend and defend, that's when you want him to defend well. He did. So 7 out of 10 for me.
Is that fair?
Yeah, I'll agree with the 7. I thought he was all right, though. I thought he was pretty good. I thought he was, it was a more disciplined performance today. He wasn't able to get rampaging down that right-hand side as much as he normally would. You know what I mean?
Son got him. Son caught him out once with a bit of trickery.
Son caught him out once, right? But then let's be right here. Son, who's like a great player, was absolutely anonymous today. And that's been White's side. So, I thought he had a good game.
Okay. I'm going to go to... I actually don't know who they actually gave man of the match to in the end, but I'm going to the man that I should go to Saliba. I'm going to Gabriel Magalhães. What would you give him to?
He's fantastic. I'll probably give him my man of the match as well because he's such a big goal, and then his defensive work was outstanding, leadership, and then, as I said, this is a winning goal, you know what I mean? So he's got to get it for me, man. I'm going to give him a 9. I thought he was brilliant today, absolutely brilliant.
Do you agree with a 9, or what more can you do to get a 10? Or can he get a 10?
No, I think 9 is, I mean? Like, I don't think it was a 10 and 10 out of... Well, it could have been, he was up against, Haaland, wasn't he? According to Spurs fans, Solanke's the best striker in the world. So he could get a 10, I suppose. But it was Solanke, so he gets a 9 for me. Brilliant header, brilliant bullet header. Yeah. Love the way he defended. And what you have with Saliba and you have with Gabriel, he's the more one that's the aggressor of the two. And I thought he'd done that fantastically well today.
And he has a great song as well. Big up Gabriel Magalhães.
The song was ringing out today, it really was.
Really loud. Let's go to William Saliba, Lee.
8 out of 10 for me today. Got booked silly booking. You know what I mean? Well, I'll be honest, Rob, I don't think he is, but that they're looking to do it, so you just don't give him the opportunity. But then he defended, another masterclass. He is a good defender, there's no two ways about it, and he's an 8 out of 10 every week, isn't he? So quite class.
Class, 8 out of 10, brilliant, Solanke, nothing, anonymous, you know what I mean? So, that defence was so good today that in the second half, Spurs, we're going to come to Timber, but I'm giving him an 8. Do you want to move on to Timber?
Yeah, because I'm intrigued. You've given Gabriel the 9, you've given Saliba the 8, and a lot of people are saying, and I agree with them, that Timber was going to stand out.
I'm going to give Timber a 9 as well, but he's not my man in the match. Gabriel gets it.
Fair.
But he was so good today that what they were doing later on, the whole defence, they were just hitting hopeful balls into the box. They weren't even attempting to try and beat him no more because they couldn't get past him. He was outstanding today. His work rate was brilliant. You know, remember these guys, some of them, you know, like him, they're coming off of international games as well. He's going to be a great player for us this season. I said it on Sky yesterday. They were telling me about a doggy. I said he's better. I think every Tottenham fan saw that today. He's miles better than a doggy. You know what I mean? And he's a good player. So 9 today was brilliant.
Is that justified?
Yeah. I'll give him a 9 as well. The unfortunate thing is he had Johnson against him. He didn't have that man mountain Solanke. That's why Gabriel gets it. Like, you know, according to Spurs fans, that's all I'm saying. I'm not misquoting it. It's what Spurs fans were telling me. So
the second comment of Sierra saying Solanke, right?
Well, Solanke, you know what I mean? Like, you know. Solanke was waving a hanky today, but
I'm glad you went with that because I know you could have went with something else. I'm glad you said you were glad you went with that one.
With that, but I thought Timber today. Listen, if he was doing the 11s and all that, like combined 11s, I put Ngogi in there. You know what I mean? But because really I didn't know too much about Timber, because of what I see of him today. Well, it was just class. It was class. Brendan, you're right. Brendan Johnson's give up attacking him in the end.
And the other guy that came, they didn't even bother.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't get past him.
He was good.
Sar and I've forgotten his name. The other guy they brought on, the wide player.
Couldn't do nothing.
No change.
Yeah. Timo Werner was also on as well, but he was on the other side. He couldn't do anything.
Whoever they brought on.
Let's go into midfield. Let's come to you, Robbie. Thomas Partey.
Yeah, I thought he was solid enough today. Later on in the game, got a little bit sloppy on a couple of occasions. I think he was tiring. But when you think about the fear we had going into this game about the sort of lack of legs in that midfield, I thought them two were pretty, you know, him and also Jorginho were pretty accomplished. But there were little errors in there. I don't think you can get away with that next week, you know, because, you know, you're going to be up against a better side. But listen, when you think of the players we're missing in Rice and Odegaard, they deputised well. So I'm going to give him a 7.
7 for Partey?
Oh, it's a difficult one. I didn't think it was one of his better games, and you're dead right, Robbie. If we play like that next week, we will get beat, because they're a decent side. I'm not saying Tottenham are not a decent side. Well, I am. so at the end of it, 6 out of 10 for me. I didn't think he was that great today, Partey. I thought there was. No, I'll be honest. I thought there was a couple of times they went around us a few times, popped it around.
No. To me, I thought they did all right. Right, like think about it. Right, think about it. They're playing the position that they're playing in. What did Maddison do in that game? He got taken off early. What did Bentancur do? They did nothing. So, to me, they were thinking that they were going to dominate that midfield. They 100% did not. And I thought he was all right today. Only later on in the game, I think he got sloppy. You know, and that was only really on one occasion. I thought he played well.
I just think, like Thomas Partey, I expect a little bit more. But at the end of it, you're right what you're saying. Like, you know, look, he didn't have a great game in there, and they didn't dominate us. So I take that as a plus.
Okay, so you go on 6, you go on 7. Let us know in the comments who you agree with. Which way do you lean towards? But which way are you going to go for Jorginho then? Was he the worst out of the two midfielders?
6 for me as well.
Okay.
Like, 6 isn't a poor. In my opinion, it's I don't think they were great, but they done a job today. You know what I mean? Like, if they play that level of performance next week, we'd get beat. Yeah. That's I'm going to be really honest. You know what I mean? But you know, they weren't that. Spurs weren't that impressive in there. Like, you know, when you go, well, Madison didn't play well. He ain't played well for months. You know, Bentancur. You know what I mean? Like,
well, listen, I know it's a completely different standard, but their last home game, they won 4-0, and they dominated the midfield. So for me, Jorginho, listen, I'm going to give him a 6, but let me caveat that. This is the guy's first game of the season. He did have a couple of moments where he got caught on the ball. Yeah. But I remember seeing that last year when we played him at the Emirates and he came in, right? I feel a bit sorry for him because he's not really had any game time at all, and then you come into a really intense game like this. So it's almost like you've got to expect a little bit of that. But all in all, he still showed his experience. He showed his class, you know what I mean? And as I said, they did not dominate that midfield, right? And that is, I think, they were thinking that they were going to dominate that midfield. Yeah. So I'll give him a 6.
I think 6 is fair.
But I just want to make it, I love Jorginho. I think he's a good footballer.
What a leader.
Yeah. All right, let me go into
what a great squad.
The player in front of them, Leandro Trossard, Lee.
I thought he done okay today, like, you know.
Just okay.
Well, just more than okay. 7 out of 10 for me today. I think, you know, he wasn't spectacular, but there's some things that he done was really, really good. There was a couple of listen, he's out of position. If you want to be on, let's be honest, he's out of play out of position today. That's why I've given him slightly higher, because I felt like being out of position, you know, he still had an influence on the game. Some of his touches and all that, like, you know. He's no Odegaard, we know that, but his work rate and all that I thought was fantastic. There was a couple of times when I felt he could have probably just been a little bit better in delivery. But listen, I'm being a little bit overcritical there. 7 out of 10 for me.
7 out of 10 feels a little bit harsh.
I'm going to give him an 8, man. I thought he was excellent today. You know what I mean? Playing in that role, he might be sighing and that, you know, but he was excellent today. I thought, you know, he came in that Trossard role. His pressing was good. His passing, like, a brilliant ball for Martinelli.
Yeah.
You know, you remember when Martinelli nearly scored? That was Trossard. You know what I mean? He was excellent. For a guy that doesn't play in that position, I thought he came in and did very, very well. I'm going to give him an 8.
Okay, Lee rolled his eyes and said, I can't wait to hear what he gives Sterling. Let's go.
Sterling was on the pitch for about 5 minutes.
Excellent, 8.
Oh, he's getting an 8.
No, I'm joking. Let's go to Bukayo Saka, Robbie.
Saka, I thought today more of a workman-like performance, but he's always a threat, as he always is. But I think I'll probably give him a 7 today. The threat didn't really come as much from that right-hand side today. It was more on the left-hand side. So 7 for me.
Why is there a reason why it went on the other side?
Because Odegaard went there. No, I'm going to give him a 6 today. I didn't think he was fantastic today, like, but done his job. Still assisted with the corner. There was one corner that he done, like, you know, I mean, that deserves a point he knocked off. But he wasn't as effective today because Odegaard wasn't there, like, you know, and Trossard probably was more to the left of the team than the right, and that's why probably Martinelli was a little bit better.
Great observation.
I feel that was because that's where the space was, right? Because they were double teaming up on him. You know, the space was over on that left-hand side, but he still worked hard. He still worked. He's always a threat, man. Every game, and like you said, another assist.
Yeah. So
in that game, which he was just all right.
So 6 from Lee and 7 for Saka for you. Okay, let's go to the other wing. Let's go to Gabriel Martinelli, one of your faves, Lee.
7.
Okay, justify why?
Could have been 8. I thought his work rate and everything was great. I think he had that chance in the first half. If he'd have took that away, he would have been on 8/9. But there was some good stuff from him today, but there was still some stuff on, come on, Gabby, just be a little bit better, like, you know. But 7 out of 10 for me today.
Yes, a lot of the fans are saying, come on, Gabby, put that chance away. But his work rate...
I agree with everything Lee says. It was just that chance. And he kind of had 2 things he could have done with that chance, like either, and we've seen him do it before, curl it into the corner sort of thing. But actually, I think what he should have done was squared it to Saka. I mean, it's hard to see from where we are, but it looked like Saka was in there. He could have squared that across him and we would have went 1-0 up. But overall, he played well today because he had to get through a lot of work. You know, the Spurs, they use their wide players a lot. They're right out wide on the touchline. He had to do a lot of work today. I thought he did very well. There's a better performance by him. Probably, I'd say probably his best performance this season.
Really? Even that miss there as well, yeah?
Yeah, listen, he should have...
You agree with Robbie there,
He should have done better with that chance, but if you, like Lee said, if you take that out of it, I was encouraged by what I saw today from him.
Okay, well, let's hope
he what I liked about him today also, he took on the best right back in Europe, and according to Spurs fans, and he actually got past him on more than one occasion. So
So with all that being said, you both have gone with a 7 rating for
7.
7. Okay, they've agreed with 7. Let's go to our striker Lee. Kai Havertz. Are you back from the beginning?
King Kai.
Oh, he's saying it now. Is that what you're saying now?
I love it when he gives,
a good game today.
Very, very good game today. Like, you know, some of what he does goes under the radar. But like, if you watched it today, just watch what he done. He was a handful. He calls them 2 central defenders, who are the best 2 in Europe, by the way, according to Spurs fans.
The tightest according to Spurs fans.
According to Spurs fans, you know what I mean? Like, and he made them feel uncomfortable all day, like, you know. And I thought it was brilliant today. I loved it, the interaction with the fans as well.
It's surprised to see that from him, to try and rile them up.
Fantastic touch. That led to that little bit, and that's what he does. Sometimes he releases the pressure for us. You know, like at times you think, oh, it ain't a defence, all the ball goes up there, he holds it, gets us a throw in deep in their half. So for me, I'm a big fan of his anyway, but I thought he was an 8 out of 10 for me today.
I think a lot of times fans don't really get Havertz. They see like all this space invade and all that stuff, but today, if you watch him individually, he had a really good game.
It's one of those ones where you have to go to a game to see the selfless performance that he put in today, where he sacrificed a lot of his game for the team. obviously, we're missing certain very important players in that midfield, so he's getting back in there to help as well.
The headers.
And then always an outlet, man. Always a threat, you know what I mean? And I thought he was... What did you give him?
8.
Yeah, I'll agree with the 8.
8?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the first 11. Let's go through some of the subs. Let's start with Raheem Sterling.
Well, Raheem Sterling, you know what I mean? He didn't really get much of a... You know, he was on for a short period of time. I do think, though, he had a little chance where he took too many touches. I think he could have got a shot off there. I'm not sure if he would have been able to score in that position. Yeah. I think he should have got a shot off there.
Oh,
but
when he was coming inside.
Remember, he done brilliantly. Yeah. Cut inside, and then one too many, and then they tackled him. But listen, he weren't up for very long, so you used to give him like a 5, 6, isn't it? Yeah, not long.
It's a bit low.
6. I can't give no one a 5 there. I'll give him a 6.
Wow, I tell you like that. He's on Robbie's payroll, wasn't he, like that?
To make it to the world.
To make it to the world and back.
No, listen, he's. I'm still. I thought he might have started today.
Yeah, so did I.
You know, I thought he might have started today. But what did he do? Shut up!
Shot as well. He didn't leave.
5 out of 10. He's being nice on him. Everything he done, it just was a disaster. But look, listen.
What disaster?
Well, you know what I mean? I even heard he went down the wrong tunnel at the end. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, it was.
He's such a hater, isn't he? No, listen.
No, he had little minimum minutes.
No, he had minimum minutes, but like, you know, listen, it's tough for anybody coming on there, like, but he didn't. I would have wanted a little bit of a better cameo, if I'll be honest.
Okay. What do you want? Like, you're a player.
Him to track the ball.
You're a player. It's like 10 minutes to go, right? And you've been sent on this, so you're 1-0 up. You don't want to do nothing gun-ho. All it is basically is about being an outlet and defending. You know? So
what'd you give him?
5.
Okay. I think some people will agree with you in the comments because he was a waste of time, but I don't think he was bad. He doesn't have long on the pitch. As long as it's fair in this next rating, because I think this player that did come on had a positive impact on the game. Nwaneri Lee.
7 out of 10 for me. I thought he was like, he showed today in that little bit of time. I think he come on at the same time or just after Sterling. Had a little bit less time to prove himself.
Around the same time,
just proved.
They came on together.
I looked at him and I go, you just told me everything I knew you was.
Oh, actually, no, he had a little bit less time. You're right, because Gabriel Jesus and Sterling
came on.
Together.
You know what I mean? Like, yes. And out of the 3 of them, the kid performed the better out of the 3.
That's fair.
And I
mean, he did see a lot more of the ball than the rest, but I thought he was brilliant. You know what I mean? He came on, he looked confident, didn't he?
He did.
Wanted the ball,
very confident.
Got the ball, picking the ball up, scanning.
He skinned one of some of the midfielders of Spurs when he first came on as well.
Scanning and, you know, he looks exciting. Obviously, again, when he's coming on, it's like, obviously Arteta's probably saying to him, don't do nothing stupid, don't give it away. But he kept the ball. Yeah. He kept the ball. He didn't give the ball away. You know what I mean? He was very, you know, so he did what he had to do. He came on, I'm going to agree with that 7.
I'll tell you what's very poignant about him today was that Arteta, and this is where it was a masterclass from him, by the way, he put him up front.
Yeah, he did.
And put Jesus out wide because Jesus has got that little bit of experience of defending. He ain't going to switch off and whatever. And then it was like, you go there, you get the ball and just do your stuff. So it worked out perfectly for him, and he did. There was a couple of times he could have released it a little bit earlier, but that's being overcritical. He just I showed his maturity. That little drag back when he left. Quality. And to do that in an North London derby.
He's ready.
Listen, I've said it all along. The kid's ready.
He's ready. Let's go to Gabriel Jesus. You mentioned the 3 subs. What do you give Gabriel Jesus? You give him Sterling a 5, Nwaneri a 7. Jesus.
I'm going in the middle with a 6.
I thought you would.
Yeah. Because I think he took one for the team today.
Yeah.
He took one for the team. You know, he went to go up front, but because of the Saka injury, he had to do the experience bit there, and he done it. And as you quite rightly said, Robbie, a little bit about Song, you know what I mean, didn't really get too much joy from there. And that's because Jesus was playing in front of him and they shut it off. I thought that was a masterclass from Arteta we'll get on to, but I thought Jesus worked for the team today, took one for the team, 6 out of 10.
Agree.
That's fair. Yeah, there's not really much more to say on that. I think he was spot on there. Well done, Lee. Let's go to the referee today. Gave out a lot of yellow cards. Fair enough, not as many to us, but a lot of yellow cards today, Robbie.
Yeah, I didn't think the referee was that bad today, to be honest. Like, it's a North London derby. These are not easy games too. It's not like that ref we had the other day. Who's like, you know,
Chris Kavanagh.
Yeah, you know, it's a North London derby. He let it flow. I don't think there was any really controversial incident. I think somebody said to me there was a possible handball in the game. But all in all, I think I'd probably give him a 7.
7. A lot of fans were talking about the Timber tackle where it was too high and then him grabbing Bukayo.
Yeah, and that was a good decision on that because Porro, he didn't catch Porro for me. Yeah. Porro was there faking it.
You know, there was one when Trossard got got his shirt ripped off as well, and he didn't even give a booking for that. You know what I mean? So listen, they're all rubbish. So six out of 10 for me.
Be honest for us.
6 out of 10 for me. A referee, you get 6 out of 10. He's had a good game.
Yeah, that's true. It's above average. Let's go to our manager, who you said you want to speak on. Mikel Arteta. He said he got
10 out of 10.
Wow.
10 out of 10 today. I don't care what anybody says. Masterclass.
Wow.
You know, with the team that we had out, the tactics we had out, turned it over to. We was never going to come here and be free-going, gun-ho performance. 10 minutes ago, at the end of that game, I wasn't panicking and looking like I was going to die. It was like, you know, it was everything like was controlled. Yeah. It was brilliant. I thought the set piece was the thing that won us the game. Well done, Mikel. Nice way to celebrate your contracts. Yeah, and I tell you what, a lot of Arsenal fans and and every Spurs fan and their dog thought that they were coming here and win today. Yeah, and a lot of Arsenal fans didn't think we was going to win today. And what we had from him today was a masterclass of an away performance. Couldn't be more happier.
He said 10 out of 10 there, Robbie, and I was with you the whole game, and you seemed so calm from before.
Yeah.
So, and I think that might be down to Mikel.
He's got a style of playing away from home that's brilliant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And his record away from home speaks for itself. And I think I have to agree with Lee. Like, he's a masterclass. He's missing his 2 best players in a way. Yeah. Rice and Odegaard. Those are 2 very, very important players, especially how we play. Yeah. And he's gone to White Hart Lane. And it's come away. Clean sheet, 3 points. After we dropped a couple last week, a bit unfortunately. We had a hard start to the season. 2 tough away games. Villa away, Spurs away. And we're second in the league. Yeah. He's got off to a good start. You know what I mean? So 10.
Oh, both gone with 10? So let us know if you agree with that in the comments below. I definitely do. Let's end with the fans, people.
And a definite 10 for the fans. I mean, it was absolutely... The atmosphere was insane in there. Right? When we scored that goal, I mean, it was brilliant. I love these games. Yeah. I love these games, man. I mean, they're absolutely awful if you lose that. Hence why those guys were trying to beat up Lee.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say, you gave him a 10. I'm going to give him a 9.9 because of this one.
If you win the game, it's absolutely wonderful experience. And, I'm going to be checking in on my friends Abby Summers and Expressions, Uzin and
all of them,
Toby and all these guys.
Fuad, all that,
Fuad, I wonder how they're feeling right now.
Yeah, same. I'm intrigued.
Not as good as us. 10.
Let's do it. I'm going to knock a 0.1 down for you.
No, I just want to big up the Spurs fans.
Oh, you want to big them up?
Yeah.
You almost got killed earlier.
No, I've got to big them up. I thought they'd done fantastically well to stay for the 90 minutes.
Not all of them.
They didn't last year and the year before, but they seemed to stay there and get right behind their team to the 89th minute, 90th minute. So well done, Tottenham.
I heard the guy with the trumpet left early even.
Yeah. They even nick the Southampton song, don't they? Like, I don't go into them but yeah. So
all right, so you're going to give him? Do you give him? It's going to be 9.9 because of Lee, because he got us moved. I enjoyed where we were.
I do need to talk to you about your behaviour. I mean, it left a lot to be desired. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're on a disciplinary.
You're on a disciplinary.
You're on a disciplinary now.
You have a match back.
That behaviour left a lot to be desired. You know what I mean?
Only on the phone.
Come on in, mate. Yeah, for me. Come on in. Come on. Yeah. I'm glad you're smiling and calm now.
However, let me put a disclaimer in. He didn't start it.
He didn't start. That's fair.
I was on the phone. Yeah, I was on the phone. Talking to my Spurs mate, AD. They weren't very happy.
Let us know in the comments below if you agree with the ratings. Give us your thoughts in the comments as well, and like the video if you like the video. We'll be back next week. The actual big one, Man City away.